Zach Shiel, co-founder of Rhumbix, alongside Drew DeWalt right here. Rhumbix is a data analytics platform that's fed by mobile applications designed specifically for the blue-collar craft workforce. Our mission is to help companies, help you guys build smarter and build safer while putting workers first. How are we doing that? First things first, we're getting rid of these. Getting rid of paper time cards, replacing them with just a smartphone-based, platform-agnostic mobile application. Run on both iOS and Android. The workers, I'll take you through a little demonstration of how this works, but every worker will have a phone and all the timekeeping is done paperlessly through smartphones. So this here is the Ivanpah solar electric generating system site out in the middle of the Mojave Desert. So every day, 2,000 to 3,000 workers were coming in. Time cards were reported. They walked through kiosks, were badging in and badging out, huge backups. And so looking at this through a Rhumbix system, what we enable is allow the contractor, the owner, to have user-defined geofences. Split up the site however you want, X, Y, Z. We're able to then at that point in time, set up the timekeeping system so that it tracks 6 unique times. The first one is when the worker arrives to the site, crosses into the geofence, a time is logged, hey, I'm here on site. Next, the worker checks him or herself in, says, all right, I'm here, I'm checked in. Third timestamp in the morning, the foreman is going to start the workday. So you got 3 unique timestamps at the very beginning of the day about when the worker arrived on the site, when they checked themselves in, and when the foreman started the clock. Throughout the day, you have real-time visibility of where your workers are. If you're up in the tower and you need something down in the laydown yard, you no longer have to go down there and fetch it yourself. You can see who's down there, give them a call. They've got a smartphone in their pocket. You know how to get a hold of them because everyone's on the system. Have them go fetch it for you. Save a lot of time that way. Also, you're able to set exclusionary zones based on GPS so that if somebody walks into that exclusionary zone during a systems testing or blowdown, you'll be notified, the safety manager will be notified, you can stop the test, make sure that person is out of the area before you resume it. At the end of the workday, the foreman's going to go ahead and say, workday's over, I'll end the workday. The worker will be pushed a notification that says, are these hours correct that you've worked? They'll say yes, they'll sign the time card. It'll say, were you injured today? Yes or no. Had a lot of customers say they've had problems with workers' comp claims. At the end of the day, if that person is injured, there'll be a notification because they'll have said, hey, I was injured, and it will automatically be alerted to the safety manager. And then go ahead and say, yeah, these hours have been submitted. The final timestamp is when that person leaves the job site. So every day, the time cards are rolled up into a back-end web app that admins will be able to have access to. They'll be able to sort through data however they want. This is very customizable according to you guys' needs. Also, we're able to keep profiles of the workers that show work done with you on various projects, how many hours did they log on each of the projects, what competent person certifications they have, what safety training have they received. This is a profile that the worker keeps with them and that the company also has access to. So that's timekeeping, but how are we using it to help you guys build smarter? So this right here was a pilot site down on Stanford's campus that we were working with a couple companies here. And so every day, each day, we collect breadcrumbs, GPS breadcrumbs throughout the day that we then take and are able to analyze and generate these reports that you see. So what these are auto-generated by our system. They show you the % of time spent at the work face, at various laydown yards, how many trips were taken between it. The purpose of our system is to help you guys identify your inter-crew best practices and to take those and scale them throughout your projects and companies. This helps for work face planning, location-based scheduling. CII published this report showing 25% improvement in productivity when using work face planning. You're now able to take that most valuable work face resource and do all your scheduling and sequencing off that and have better visibility into how it's utilized. Beyond that, we take labor productivity. We're able to generate a new metric that's no longer quantities output per job hours input. It's quantities output per productive job hours input. Allow the workers to self-report when they're in a delay mode, when they're waiting, when they don't have work, equipment's down, I need materials, I don't have the right tools. We then know, apples to apples, who is the best crew, so that you're able to look at that game tape you have and find out what they're doing most correctly so that you can scale that throughout your company. We're able to drive to these levels of insights. We're able to see, exactly what are my best crews doing correctly. You'll see here down at the bottom screen, they ran out of materials around 4:05. I had to send a couple people back to the laydown yard. Ended up being 26% lower productivity than at the top part of the screen, where you see they actually have laid out and staged their materials throughout the day properly, so you keep workers engaged as long as possible throughout the day. So that is Rhumbix. That is what we do, and we're currently accepting applications for private pilots. So if you're interested, you can email Drew or I, or we'll be around after the presentations today.